Disclaimer: This episode discusses suicidal ideations and extreme content that may be triggering to some. Listener discretion is advised. You're listening to 8158 Stories of Sacrifice, where we honor the bravery of the first responders and the families who stand behind them. Real people, real stories, real heroes. This is 8158.
Welcome back to 8158 Podcast Stories of Sacrifice. You're listening to part 2 of our 3-part conversation with our brother, retired firefighter, and peer support warrior, Anthony Crane. In this episode, we're going straight at the stigma around mental health in prison, in the fire service, in law enforcement, EMS, and dispatch. We talk about how asking for help gets labeled as weakness and why it's actually one of the strongest things you can do. You'll hear us break down a simple but powerful question. Who would you rather have beside you in a crisis? Someone silently falling apart, or someone who got help and is clear-headed enough to save lives? Anthony also flips the script and challenges civilians to step up, learning CPR, AED, basic first aid, and becoming part of a 2 in 2 out mindset in the community. So when seconds count, you're not just watching, you're helping. Content note: this episode includes honest talk about trauma, prison, and suicidal thoughts. If you're struggling, you are not alone. You can call or text 988 for the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you haven't heard part 1, hit pause and go back so you can catch the full buildup of Anthony's story. If you're ready, let's dive into part 2: stigma, strength, and what it really means to have each other's backs on and off the scene.
We will return after this quick ad break.
The William H. Bill Butler Jr. Foundation is on a mission to honor first responders and support those who serve. We provide scholarships for families who have lost a hero in the line of duty, offer second chances to juvenile offenders who are working to rebuild their future, and help new recruits pursuing careers as first responders. Through generous donations and the sale of merchandise, we're building a community that uplifts, empowers, and creates lasting impact. You can be a part of this mission as well. Visit 8158podcast.com to donate or shop today. Together, we can support those who serve, honor those we've lost, and give hope to those who need it most.
Well, first off, I totally understand the stigma behind the mental health stuff. Being in prison and dealing with the mental health stuff and having the stigma, people in prison think you're weak if you are trying to get help. And it's not a weakness because you're trying to make yourself better. But if you're showing that side of yourself, you're showing yourself as weak. So I understand it from that aspect. And, from law enforcement and also for firefighters and EMS, if you tell your superiors that you're needing help in the mental health department, you're showing them a weakness, and they don't want you to be around them because you're showing a weakness, which I don't think is a weakness. I think that asking for help for your mental health is a strength because you're admitting that there's something wrong. You want the help, you need the help, and you're reaching out for the help so that you will be not a detriment to others around you, but somebody who can be strong, like a supportive person, somebody who's there for them. So, like I talked to a dispatcher, and one of her things was Who would you rather have around you? Somebody who's not asking for help, that's mentally struggling, or somebody who has had the treatment and is mentally capable of handling the situation? I would rather want the person who's getting help and who can mentally handle the situation, and rather than to have somebody who is showing the bravado and refusing to get help and not seeing that they need that help because they could be a detriment to you, themselves, and the people around you, especially the people that you're trying to help within, whether it's a fire or if it's in a situation with law enforcement that they're dealing with a subject or anything like that, or even like a dispatcher. You don't want a disgruntled dispatcher on the call. You want them straight-minded. You want them to be thinking clearly. EMS, same thing. You want them top-notch.
Okay. So, when I said I'm going to take over, and I said, we might play a little game, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
He's got a game
All
for
right.
us.
I got a game for you. All right. At the very end, all right, I'm going to leave you with this question.
Okay.
You have to remember this question without writing it down, all by memory.
Okay.
Because keep in mind, we don't have a book in front of us. We got blackness. We have cracking and banging and all this going on. We don't have that. And we have to remember multiple things.
Yeah.
All right. Could my push for the hashtag 2 in and 2 out, the hashtag, okay, could a civilian and a first responder of any kind, okay, be a partner of the hashtag 2 in, 2 out?
Okay.
Okay. Keep that question in mind.
Yeah. Could they be partners?
Do you understand every little bit I said?
Yeah. Could a
Do you
first
have any
responder
questions in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's the game. You got a minute. All right. But the reason why I'm doing that is because, again, I want that to happen. Like the other day, actually yesterday, I was sitting there kind of a little ticked off with my son, just trying to relax before I went to therapy, and I saw Aiken County's there, so I went over there and talked to them, and I hope I'm getting it right, because I swear if I get it wrong, I know he's going to pull me over. But Captain Cook, was out there promoting gun safety.
Yeah.
Well, do I carry a gun? No. Do I care if you carry a gun? No. Do I care that you're still alive, you're safe, and your house is not burning down? You're damn right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna support what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? That I love seeing that, and that's why I went over there and I started taking my photos and showcasing that. Of course, I'm going to ask for a patch. Of course, I want to. I love my little car. You saw that thing. I broke it coming home.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, dude, I broke it coming home. We come down to Tell of the Dragon, and I brought it up. Well, I don't know if I should say what I've done, just because I ain't trying to criminalize myself. I wasn't speeding. My car's a little 4-cylinder that is a little putt-putt. He'll tell you. So, Tinkerbell, all y'all out there in Arkansas at work, wherever you are, if you see my little putt-putt, I promise you I'm good. Ask Pigeon Forge, they got me.
Yeah,
so,
that was the whole point of the Dragon Tail, by the way.
Yes.
To see how fast you can do it. So it's legit.
Yeah. Yes. So it's legit. And I actually got legit photos. I'm in the process of getting them printed out and everything, but they'll eventually be up on my little
A
thing.
little back wall there.
Like I said, you inspire me, dude. So, but like I said, I focus more on the firefighters.
Yeah. So you like my
But
office the way I had it set up or something? Or
I
what?
did. I like the way you guys did it. It was nice. And I
Yeah.
told my wife, I was like, that was something I like. But, you know, again, we got our different focus, but I like it, dude. It was nice.
That's awesome.
I like that chair.
Yeah. You like that massage chair, don't you?
I like that massage chair. But see, the thing is, see, us, we have to deal with like heat. So we have chairs that just held up by a bungee cord, just so we have more airflow.
Yeah.
It's that southern heat, dude.
Yeah, I'll bet.
But it's been cold lately.
Yeah, it's been cold.
So, when did you realize how much trauma affects both responders and people when they need help?
Almost instantly, because I saw a correlation between myself and first responders and other people that I've known, not just civilians, but also first responders. Immediate correlation. They've gone, first responders have gone through the same things that everyday people have gone through in their childhoods. And it's sad, but we realize that, some of that trauma has helped first responders. They were able to channel that negative energy and make it a positive. Whereas most of civilians can't do that, or they take it and make it a negative like I did.
So my question to you though is, and I even asked you this too, man, was that night we were sitting there was, why don't you try to do something now?
Like what?
Instead of just standing back, are you AED certified?
What's AED certified?
It's an automated external defibrillator. There we go. Thank you.
Okay, so like first response, like
So it's essentially a portable defibrillator. So
yeah, okay.
essentially, and it again, these modern day ones, they are advanced, where you literally it tells you exactly what to do. Anybody can learn to do this.
Yeah.
Anybody can learn this. So if somebody say you're a truck driver, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're driving down the road. You at one of your drops. Somebody dropped. Heart attack. Nobody knows how to use an AED. Somebody might know CPR, but what about AED?
Right.
Wouldn't it be helpful if you knew how to do it and it could save somebody's life?
Exactly.
And not because you don't know, you know this person, or not because of this, but because you know that training.
Right. Well, interesting story is that I was at one time studying to be an EMT, and obviously I didn't make it that far, but I did learn a lot. I did learn about CPR, first aid, and I learned about the physiology and the anatomy of the human body. And back then, obviously, things have changed. I never got to do any CPR or anything like that. No hands-on stuff. It was just all book work. But, I had thought about, becoming not first responder, but first aid certified. What do they call that? Where
each state usually
people kind of they kind of learn how to become like a first response type thing, not necessarily a first responder, but it is a
emergency response. No, what is it? I'm trying to think of different names, because we call them
CPR certified type stuff,
like CPR, AED, first aid,
yeah, stuff like that. I can't remember that. It's like a class.
Each state might be, each state could have a different name for them. Ours, we call it first. So essentially, a lot of your civilians get like CPR, first aid, AED certifications. And that's essentially what they call an ABC, your airway, breathing, circulation.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of takes care of those situations. Because if somebody's in like heart attack, they have what they call a golden hour.
Yeah, the golden hour, because they have
heard about the
hour.
golden hour. Okay,
Yep.
So everybody that is in a first responder knows what I'm talking about, the golden hour.
Yes,
response time for some of these departments out here, especially these rural departments that I've been on, it's horrible. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just traffic, or it's distance, or it could be anything. It doesn't matter what it is, but there's a distance. But if there's somebody that's already there that has these certifications, it saves precious minutes. And those precious minutes can save somebody's life.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter who you are. And I'm sorry, because this is like a real heated thing of mine when it came to first responders and civilians, because so a little backstory on my childhood growing up, I was not a good kid. I was very rambunctious. I was wild. Yeah. I've been to jail. You were talking about going to prison. I've been to jail. Is prison worse? Is prison really worse than jail? I just personally want to know, because I've never been to prison. I've been to jail. But yeah. And I don't hide what I go to jail for. I mean, I stand by what I've done, but
depending on where you're at, it is, fortunately, during the beginning, I was in a very good place, and some of the regional jails are pretty bad. The prison I was at the main prison, and that's where I learned to get my CDL and started doing classes, and not just to get certifications, but just to better myself, to become a better version of myself, because I didn't want to come back and be on the streets and, continue to do all of the stupid things. And Montana State Prison is unique in its own way, and they have a lot of programs that they offer if you want. And I took a lot of those programs, and I was successful at that. And eventually I was in custody where I had lived outside of the fence because I had scored a low enough points. I had -1 point, which made me minimum unrestricted custody. So I lived outside the prison walls in a dormitory, and I traveled around the state delivering the stuff from our prison warehouse, to like local law enforcement, state agencies, the Montana Highway Patrol, to all the way to the Capitol building. We delivered furniture for them. We delivered food for the juvenile facilities. We delivered food for county jails, and uniforms to corrections officers and stuff like that.
Do they not have like prison firefighters where you was at?
Yes, we do. They have a wildlands firefighting.
I'm not like trying to probe into like you should have done this. You sit down and talk, dude. I trust you. We talk honestly here. What made you not want to go in that field? But now
I didn't
you're promoting.
Qualify for.
But you see what I'm saying?
For that. Yeah.
Okay. Help me understand what you mean by qualify for that, because just in case somebody from prison just happened to hear your podcast and they go, oh, well, I wonder if I qualify. You can tell me what that is. You can tell a police officer what that is. You've been on that side. That can also help too. Like when you interview Mark Lamb, and you said he's running for Congress?
He's running for Congress now. Yeah, he ran for Senate.
You see what I'm saying? You've been on the inside. And again, he knows all about it because he was, 60 days in, and live PD. And I love him, dude. I'm sorry. I love him. I love him and Fridays with Frank.
Fridays with Frank. Frank Slope. Yeah.
Yeah. I love Fridays with Frank. I love Fridays with Frank. I laugh my butt off. So, funny story about something like that. So, when we left from up there with you, real quick backstory. So, anybody's asking. I'm not going to promote the place just because I don't know how that goes, and I am not trying to I'm trying to not get in trouble, but when me and my wife, Alicia, got married, okay, we went on a wine and moonshine tasting. By the way, where are you at? Excuse me.
Kentucky.
No, dude, I know you in Kentucky. Like, drink wise, where you at?
I got a half a glass right here. Actually, half an oak cup.
Half a nut cup. And that's number what?
It's what?
That's number what?
Just my first one.
What number cup are you on?
Just my first one.
Dude! You have the Kentucky Derby. You know what that means? Run! Come on. Wrong 3. Come on. I ain't got much time with you.
Just pacing myself.
We didn't get a lot to spend when we was up there. I was like a spare the moment thing. I got permission from your wife to take over your show.
Yeah.
I got permission from my wife that I can chill out.
Yeah.
And push what I want to push. My therapist gave me the okay to validate myself for this. I feel very happy. So guess what? Run. Come on. How much you got in there?
It's half full. I'm letting
Half
it
full.
absorb into the oak so I can get
All
the
right.
flavor.
No,
I like to enjoy my
Okay, so
double oak.
this is just here we go. So I'm right there with you, but we're going to step it up just a little bit here. Just for the viewers so they can see the difference. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Showing them because I like Tactical Tinkerbell too. I love watching her stuff.
She's doing her thing. She's awesome.
He'll go ahead and tell you, Tactical, I did buy a patch. You saw him holding my patch up. I'm thankful it's pink. I am so glad it's pink. Thank you so much. I love it.
We have hats too that are pink. And
I'm going to put it right there between.
You should buy a hat for your wife.
She don't wear hats.
It's an awesome hat. It's got Tactical Tinkerbell on it.
Okay. So I just want to test you real quick. I want to see the difference of everybody. Because see, again, volunteer guys, we don't, if we get a day off, dude, we can stay home, we're drinking. So
yeah,
I want you to tell me, and keep in mind, I am drinking watermelon wine, pure homemade watermelon wine.
That's awesome.
I'm not saying where, I'm not saying the glasses come from the wine trail me and the wife went on.
Okay.
For our honeymoon. But the wine is actually pure.
Looks like bourbon.
Watermelon. Okay. It's been aging, dude. So
yeah, it looks good.
Can you see the glass?
Yep.
You tell me how much is too much for you. And I will go below that, but I ain't gonna drink all of it. But I'm curious. Is that like too much for you, or that's perfect?
No, that's good.
No. Now keep in mind, you see the bead,
what's
right?
the proof on that?
So the proof on this one, 11%. But I'm trying to have the name because again, I buy it in Tennessee.
Okay.
But it's made in Tennessee. It's actually 11 proof. It's 11% nectar of the Great Smoky Mountains bees.
So it's roughly about anywhere from 7 to 8% by volume.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's 11%.
11%. Okay.
Yeah.
By volume. Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
We usually would be about the head of the bee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's on a good day.
Yeah. Because
again, that was our way of coping with it because of the stigma, dude.
Yeah.
That was it back in the day. And I'm not putting nobody down. Again, the people I talk about, I'm up and honest. They helped me through my childhood. If it wasn't for them, dude, I really wouldn't have been here. I really wouldn't. Oh, yeah. And by the way, my son, I've lost weight, dude.
Good.
We found out the wife, again, we was told years ago she was pre-diabetic, but we found out that her diabetes were there. So, but we're doing good. We're good. No problem. But because of it, we've cut back on sugars. Well, because I have problems going into AFib sometimes. I'm okay. I'm good. I've got permission from my doctor but I'm moderation.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? But I'm good.
How does that affect you and your medication?
So certain medications I cannot take. That's why you will notice that I do smoke a little bit more.
Okay.
Which is a nasty habit. I'm sorry. I gotta quit. I just cannot afford what the doctor told me would help me. I just cannot afford it. And I mean, it's not really that much, but I'm retired, dude. I'm retired.
Or the quit smoking?
No. So Chantix actually made me more angrier trying to quit.
Yeah, I wouldn't take those.
No, this ain't a plug. Please keep in mind this is not a plug. But it's called FUM, F-U-M. And I've seen it on like some YouTube channels and all that I've watched and all that. But it's just literally a cotton soaked in natural stuff put into this fidget spinner thingy, and that's it. Okay. Because it's not really the nicotine at this point of the smoking that's the problem. It's the habit.
Yeah.
It's the habit of having something like this going. But how crazy would I look walking around like this? You know what I'm saying? So, but
or with a straw or something.
Yeah. But I can't afford it. So, I just have to deal with what I deal with. Now, most time you won't see me pulling. I'm just sitting there with it in my hand, and you'll see me light like 4 or 5 times when I buy cigarettes, the cheap ones that are like the safe light cigarettes. So if you don't keep puffing on it, it puts itself out. Yes. So I'm not really like smoking a lot. It's just constantly having it in hand. I know it's nasty, but it is what it is, man. We have to do what we got to do.
Yeah, it's habit.
But on back to my reverse. I don't think we're gonna make it all the way through. Would you? Come on, man. I got 3 pages, man. Front and back. Come on.
3 pages.
And you got to keep up.
Oh, I'm keeping up.
In 3 hours, and I'm gonna practice in about 3. Come on. But so, what moments from your own life have shown you what first responders go through emotionally?
The moments that I lost my cousin and seeing the effect it had on his family, not our family in the bloodline, but his first responder family, and also interviewing other first responders and the effects that it has on them as well, dealing with the job and the daily traumas that they have to endure and go through.
Yeah, I heard that story, man. I feel bad, man. I couldn't. Again, talking about mental health. You was, I ain't gonna say you're a bad person, but you had a rough past. You sat here and said you got a rough past, prison and everything like that. I still wish you would have went. I think you would have been pretty good, because talking about the prison stuff, I actually worked with some prison firefighters.
Yeah.
Dude, that program, I love it. Quick, funny story. The last department I was on, down in South Georgia. They had them. And they rode in on a white van, red light on top.
Mm-hmm.
And first structure fire I was on with the department I was on, I was sitting there and my chief pulled me back from my coat. He goes, watch this. I was like, what? We have a trailer that's on fire, like fully involved. And I'm like, what? He said, watch this. I'm like, and then I look down and here comes this white van just flying down this dirt road. I mean, kicking up this Georgia dust, and I'm like,
yeah,
I'm ready to fight. I'm holding this hose that needs to be charged. Like, come on, let's go,
Let's get it on.
Watch. And these guys in white suits jump out, pack up, and haul ass and grab the hose from me and just run straight to it. Like it was nothing. And you talking about some boys that fought some fucking fire? Dude.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. I watched one guy, they called him Mouse. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And he was the funniest dude, man. He actually went on, I think, don't quote me because it's been a long time, but I think he went on. I know a couple guys from that department who was stationed down there in South Georgia, Wayne County. You guys down there, if y'all ever get to listen to it, keep going. I remember the old days, man. I remember y'all out there. But they called him Mouse. And then there was another guy, I can't remember his name, but he fell through the floor, fall through the trailer, and this big old dude come down, reached him, yanked him up with the hose still spraying, and they kept going. I was like, fuck, I'm done. Like, nope. It's yours.
Yeah, them fellas, they knew what they were doing.
Yeah. And that's I like to promote that too. I want that to be promoted too, because that gives somebody an opportunity to come from a negative to a positive. I've seen it firsthand.
Right. I would like to see a lot more institutions like that have more programs where they can do that. Montana, theirs is only wildlands, so they don't do structure fires.
I think they need to do more. I do.
Yeah,
I think,
and they help with flooding and stuff. When places get flooded and stuff like that, they come out and assist with that and all that stuff. But they don't do any structure fires. They just do wildlands, mop up, that kind of thing.
And see, to me,
it's a waste of resources if you don't.
It is. And that's why I like to promote AED too. So when I'm out, so this is my camera bag. All right. Everybody sees my little stand walking around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Me and my little vest, like I said, I was told to do it and I done it in my camera, but I should still have it. I shouldn't have used it for nothing unless I put it in. I think I put it in my other bag. Yeah. But I carry Narcan, dude.
Exactly.
I carry Narcan because, EMS promotes it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I was yesterday, before I went to my therapy, I actually got me a new little fidget bracelet that promotes. And again, how am I supposed to word it again? Because I'm used to just talking to people that we could just freaking talk. When somebody unalive themselves, what can I say and not say?
Suicide. This is not TikTok. This is no bullshit. It's just straightforward.
So I can be straightforward?
Yeah.
Okay. Good fucking deal. Thank you. All right. So again, they're promoting suicide.
Yeah.
Dude, I've myself have 3 times. Look at my wall. Like the stuff I put up here. Dude, I pushed so hard for this, partner up thing. This 2 in, 2 out, this is all stuff that's people's done. Oh, in fact, it's in there. So I don't want to forget this because I really worked hard on this and gifted stuff and all. So
yeah,
this is for you and Mark Lamb. Okay. I gave Tinkerbell hers is a pink patch that's going in my car. It's going between Williams patch and the tail of the dragon. That's going to be sitting right there between there.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but this is for you and Mark Lamb. Okay. I don't really wear it, but for only a couple reasons. And it's not my original one, but my wife got it for me.
Okay.
I made a little adjustment to it, but normally I wear ball caps. That's my thing. Okay. But this is for you, Mark Lamb, the other guy, I can't remember his name again. Sorry if I can't remember your name. I was busy week. Again, if you check out my Instagram and TikTok, and after they produce theirs and I'm able to get the video, I'm going to put it on my YouTube and start doing shorts on there. But anyways, back to you. Sorry, I scrolled for a second. I saw fire truck go by. Sorry, squirrel. Sorry. Oh yeah, I remember. Sorry, I just had to turn my head a little. So,
he's there all over the place, buddy.
Once I put it on, you'll understand. So I got to take the headset off. This is for y'all.
Okay.
I'm taking off. Just nod your head if you can still hear me. Okay. Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you just fine.
Okay. All right. So now I made a little adjustment to it. All right. And sorry for the hair. I have not been able to get to the high school to get my hair done by the girls up there so they can learn more. So,
okay.
And I'm not allowed to cut it. My wife would not let me cut it. So sorry. But this is for y'all.
Yeah, look at that. You got the cowboy hat on.
I don't know how to adjust it though. That's the thing. I don't know how to. Y'all gonna have to tell me how to adjust it.
It's already formed the way it should be, the way they designed it. I mean,
yeah, I'm gonna have to adjust it. But I did my little. So this mask I wear when I go on calls, just to kind of cover my face, to kind of protect from the smoke and debris or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But that's for y'all.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, because I love my cowboy hats.
Yeah.
And, I don't wear them on the podcast because the headphone situation.
Yeah, headphones.
I got quite a few of them hanging on my wall, and I wear them to work and going out and stuff. Of course, you saw me with it on when I was in when we did that smoke and bourbon deal.
Yep. Right, first time I saw you, it was smoke and bourbon. Because again, that was such a good episode, dude. That would have been perfect, but I don't know what happened. Something crypted into the file. I don't know what happened. I actually had my peer support look at it, and she was like, somehow it got crypted. So it froze right after we paid for the stuff.
Yeah.
Don't know what happened, but it happened. So that's why I got permission to take over your show one day, because you can do it. And I wanted to showcase this side of the civilian side because, again, I'm not a political person, okay? I don't want anybody to think I'm a political person. I do not care what side you are on. I do not care. If I feel you are right about it, you're right. If my personal opinion is you're wrong, that's my personal opinion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, from my perspective, my side is, are you going to be honest? Are you going to be just? And are you not going to be corrupt and just be self-serving when it comes to politics? Because, a lot of politicians are self-serving.
Yeah.
So is it going to be service before self, or are you going to be self-serving? That's what I look for.
But see, like from a first responder's perspective of it, though, you know what I see? And I'm not saying no names. I'm just giving out general things. Yeah. I see a bunch of first responders running away. That's what I see. I see a bunch of people that can start first aid, a bunch of people that can do AD, CPR, a bunch of people. I understand you're scared. I understand. I know it's traumatizing. I get it. That's why you have therapy. That's why you have EMDR. That's why you have peer support. That's why you have, life coaches. You have a buddy. You have somebody you can talk. You have someone you can sit here and drink and out drink the Kentucky Derby dude all day long. What number are you on?
Still got the same one. I'm just enjoying my.
Oh yeah, and you'll see that I'm not used to it, dude. I'm not a meth head no more. Yay!
Yeah.
My stepdaughter, she hates.
I do have some of this.
Or my goddaughter, not stepdaughter. Oh, you got you some. Yeah, that's a coffee one.
Yeah, that's the coffee one, and I got some of this.
I was going to get some, but yeah.
Strawberry.
I was going to go get some, but I decided, since
I might like this one. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
But,
I got some of this stuff too.
Nice. Yeah, that's my thing.
That's when we go to Pigeon Forge. I pick some of those up and get some banana, coffee, strawberry, and pecan.
Yeah, Alicia, she's not really a big drinker now. Like I said, I had a rough past growing up. Everybody, if they heard my story and really listened, they know I had a rough past growing up. Okay. But she's not really a drinker. Me growing up, I was a drinker. I can drink a lot, but I don't do it all the time. Like this is like a one in a year kind of thing.
Yeah.
Usually it's on my vacation, but this year we didn't take a long vacation. So this is my time of the year where I'm allowed by doctors and therapists and all that, but I'm not allowed to take certain medications, which I'm not going to say what they are, while I do this, because it can counter-react. So that's why you see a little bit more of this smoking but it's not a healthy trade, but it's at least a better trade.
Yeah.
But so dude, come on. Bless you. All right. So what moment from we already done that. We got to talking. I forgot to mark my stuff off. When CT hears that shoe, we're like, I stumped you.
Kind of all over the place there.
Well, like I said, like when I get the chance to actually relax, and that's why I said, your wife, if it gets close to that time, of about 30 minutes, y'all gonna have to start wrapping it up, or I get kind of squirrely and just hashtag her 2N20, and she'll walk right in here and hey, calm down. But again, that's the kind of the product of the mental health, and knowing about it and learning about it and actually going through it. It makes it easier to talk about it, but it kind of sucks. It just sucks. Because you don't mean to do stuff. You don't mean to get overexcited. You don't mean to cuss all the time. You don't mean to.
Yeah. But
it's what we know. And that's one thing like me and my therapist learned was the chaos. It's the excitement, the chaos. It's the rush. But it's a good rush because you're helping your community, but it's that rush. And when you don't have it, then you're depressed. Yeah. And because I grew up in it and done it pretty much my entire life, that's all I knew. And now my body has said, nope, no more. And I started getting healthier, and me and the wife is getting healthier, and trying to do right and push this cause because of y'all. And, And I had a big break with therapy yesterday and
That's awesome.
preparing for this. And so, again, thanks to everybody. I mean, I appreciate it. I really enjoyed listening to some of the ones, like I said. And
You
but
you want to hear a funny story first before you go on?
yeah, go ahead.
So I don't know if I told you this before, but after Brianna and I got married, I took my daughter to the airport, her and her fiance, and I was headed on my way home from Lexington, and I was on US 68, and there was these people that were in front of me, and they were going like well under the speed limit, and I was kind of getting impatient, and I made an assumption that, because I thought the road had dotted lines after the hill. So, I made the decision that once I hit those dotted lines, I'm going to punch it and I'm going to get around these people because they are just annoying the hell out of me. And as soon as we crested the hill, I punched it and went around, and it was double lines. There was another hill, and guess who popped over the hill?
Who?
It was an officer.
Oh, Lord.
As I was passing in a no passing zone. And I
He
kept
get you.
going, and he saw me, and he put his hands up, and I was just like, oh shit.
State or DOT?
It was a city police.
City. Okay.
And
Ooh, you got lucky on that one.
he pulled. I didn't think he was going to come get me, but he did. He followed me, pulled me over, and he goes, two things. You were passing in a no passing zone, and you were doing 71 in the 55. I was like, yes, I did. I was trying to pass these people. And so he goes, well, I'm going to have to write you a ticket. He's like, okay. So he comes back. I pull my cards out, and he gives me the ticket. He goes, I have to set this for a court date. This is Jessamine County. This was in Nicholasville. And
I'm still under the window.
okay.
Sorry, 68 still cold me down here. Go ahead.
All right.
Sorry.
So, anyways, I hand him the cards. He goes, what's this? I was like, yeah, I do a podcast. And I explained to him the situation. He goes, I was wondering why all the stickers were on your car like that. Okay. So he wrote me a ticket. And normally on the ticket, it says, it gives the category of the license. Well, the officer wrote it down as just a normal operator's license. So he didn't write it down as a CDL.
CDL. Ooh.
That was 11 points with the traffic violations. And the fine was like 600 something bucks. So I had to go to court. And, my full intention was just to go to the court and just tell them the truth. Like, hey, I was in the wrong. This is what happened. I did it. The attorney, the county attorney or the district attorney, whatever he was for this county, he saw me walk in. He asked me who I was, and I told him, and he goes, oh, come talk to me for a minute. I was like, okay. Well, I walked into this. He took me in this little office outside of the courtroom, and I told him who I was, and I told him, I gave him a card and told him what I did and stuff. And he goes, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And he goes, well, normally we have this traffic thing. If you get a ticket and they take you take a course, and then they just drop the charges. Unfortunately, I had a ticket before that within 9 months. Because,
You sound
the
like
same
my oldest
situation.
son, man.
Same situation. They pulled me over. Well, they dropped those charges, and I was talking
At
with
least you
him.
got them dropped.
Yeah. I talked to the attorney, and he goes, I can't put you into the class, but What I can do is if you make a donation to the DARE program, I will drop the charges.
Oh, nice.
So he reset the court date, and I had to pay a $200 donation to the DARE program. And he dropped the charges. And he listened to the podcast and he emailed me. He goes, wow, that's a really good podcast. Some really hardcore stuff. Yeah, he's passed it around to other officers. He knows it. And when I went to the courtroom, the bailiffs that were at, that check you in before you go through the metal detector and stuff, I gave them cards too.
That's like when we were coming back down from visit with you, come through Pigeon Forge. But see, I don't speed because
I saw you got pulled over.
Yeah, but see, it wasn't for speeding or nothing like that. It wasn't a seatbelt violation because you're not going to catch me speeding because I've seen the repercussions of the speed.
Yeah,
I've had to cut people out of cars. I've had to use. Well, we don't call them. Generally, people don't call them the jaws of life. In the service, we usually say cutters or spreaders or, 2.5, 1 3/4, booster reel, deck gun. We got names for everything, but I might need to slow down.
You need to slow. You're speeding already.
Yeah, and we still got we might be going to a birthday party day, but we got to drop Blake off to his girlfriend's house for a sleepover.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Girlfriend's house for a sleepover.
Oh, Mama's very. Her mom is very, and Daddy is definitely, yeah.
That's kind of
better behave.
I've never had a sleepover with a girlfriend. Well,
but
not with the parents' knowledge.
Well, the mother was part of Alicia's brides and all. She was one of Alicia's brides. We've known them for a long time.
Okay.
They've been friends for a long time. We basically have grown up together. So it's one of those kind of situations where to us, it would look more like a brother-sister thing, but then they're boyfriend-girlfriend.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so. Sorry. So, talk about mental health, and would you pushing into the first responder area?
Yeah.
From your perspective, from looking outside in, all right, what does the mental health community look like to you as like somebody from the outside looking in for first responders? I mean, you're pushing so hard for first responders. What does it look like to you?
Just having healthy first responders to be able to help people, because that is their whole job. Their whole job is to be there for people in need. And if we don't have healthy first responders, me standing from the outside in, I want something, or let me rephrase that. Me as a civilian, seeing a first responder, I want a healthy first responder. If I am in a crisis or a dire situation, I want them to help me. I don't want a first responder who is dealing with their own mental health issues and not addressing those issues or being afraid to address those issues, dealing with my situation when they haven't dealt with their own. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, because I know that first responders are capable of doing their jobs. But if they are not getting the help that they need, that's just more trauma on them that they're compounding and making themselves worse. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want my traumas in the situation I'm going through to make their situation worse.
Yeah.
So that's the way I see it.
Yeah, you don't need the craziness of everything. You don't need all that. But again, if you're in crisis, you're going to need somebody that's level-headed. You're going to need somebody that's
Right.
calm, cool, collected in crisis situations. Well,
Right.
guess what that does to somebody's psyche?
Imagine it's not
When
easy.
we can't go away from it and go, fuck, damn it, God, I need a drink. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
because of what we endure. Because if we do, guess what happens?
Yeah.
You're dangerous. You're a bad person. You don't need to be a part of it. You don't know. Are you serious? Why not? Let's get you help. Okay. Would you rather, instead of being interior, let's get you pump op certified? Okay.
Change it up a little bit.
Well, let's change it up a little bit. Let's get you something in the community that will help. That if we out here in these rural areas, have the entire community coming together, like I grew up with Keith Rucker and, David Cunningham was my first fire chief,
Mm-hmm.
In these rural communities, the community come together.
Yeah.
We didn't fight. We fought when it was time to fight. The rest of the time, we worked together because we were a community. The town I lived in was only a mile wide. That's
You blink and you miss it.
Yep. And everybody come out. Everybody. Like I said, my job as a kid was I'd run across the street and hit the little red button to sound off the siren for the town. And everybody come out. And now it's like, bug. I'll let my little most important dragon out on y'all butts. Go ahead and mess with me.
Yeah.
But that was back in the day, and now it's like fight. That's all I see is just fight. Stop fucking fighting. You know what I'm saying? I see all the negativity, dude, and from the inside looking out, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's got to come save your ass. I'm the one that's going to have to come and be nice to you. I'm the one that has to come and do that shit, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What I'm going to do? Who's going to save my ass when I'm fucking breaking down? Who the hell's going to? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's where we come in. This community.
Yes, the community needs to step in. The community needs to come out and say, "Look, you guys go through fucking hell.
Yeah.
What can we do to help y'all?"
Yeah.
And that's why I'm trying to push this 2 in, 2 out. Because I was trained, like I said, Keith Rucker trained me, smooth bump to bump. The biggest thing he taught me was the 2 in, 2 out rule. His thing was, you never left your partner. If you go in, he's going in. You coming out, he coming out. Your air go low, his is low. His go low, yours go low. And you had that partner.
Yeah.
But the problem was, when the call was over with, I watched it go from being here to here.
Yeah.
In a flag. When it used to be, it didn't matter what you did wrong. It didn't matter if you was a good person, bad person. It didn't give a fuck who you was. It was when the community needed help, we all came together. Now, don't get me wrong. I have seen natural disasters. I have chased tornadoes. The Bowman, Allendale, South Carolina tornado, I want to say 2021, 2020, something like that. Me and my son chased it. I got the videos of that. But guess what happened when that was over with? Everybody went off their separate way, and it was left up to the first responders to take care of everybody that just. Why not everybody come together? Why not everybody come and be certified and be ready to jump in? So when we have these house fires, like I watched last night somebody's house go up. I have seen these houses go like this from my experience in the fire department. And again, I can't speak for police because I've never done police. Only thing I can speak for police is sometimes the county don't like me. Sorry.
Yeah.
but I'm honest.
Yeah.
I'm honest. Have I done wrong in my past? Damn right I have. Do I regret anything in my past? Damn right I do.
Right.
Am I going to
Like
do
I
this
said,
shit
none
again?
of us are perfect.
Yep. Am I going to do this shit again? No.
Right. Well,
I learned my
none of us
lesson.
are perfect. You know, we make
we're not.
decisions, and sometimes we regret those decisions. But, you know, we have to decide what and how we're going to handle the future.
Yeah.
Like I did. How did I change my future? Like, you know, I didn't let and allow my past define who I was. I allowed my future to define the man that I am and why I do what I do today.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because again, you're looking, and again, God, dude, I hate that video, dude. I hate that video was done because me and you sitting at that place, and it was just you and I, dude. We had the place ourselves, and we had that one server.
Yeah.
Remember? Man, I'm so pissed that thing missing. But anyways, I'm trying to make it like that. But anyways, talking about William looking from the outside in, like I listen to the stories, and I listen to these first responders and congressmen, and I listen to it. But like I said, I listen to them, all of them, because I support what you do. Yeah. I'm a very big supporter of what you do. Every time I am associated with any police officers, okay, I give them one of your cards. I'll let them know what I do, and I'll let them know I'm immediately going to IC. That's all I have to say, which is incident commander. And I'm sorry about my speech, but I didn't miss it no more. So everybody got to get used to it.
Got to get used to it.
Some people don't like it, but sorry. I'm just trying to get used to a better smile. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
No entrapment. Any injuries? Unknown. Just keep listening for me. Okay. Thank you. I have mine off in here, so she'll just let me know about the incident that's going on right now. But
okay.
Anyways, I thought she was bringing a paper and telling me that she's already texting.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, but with your podcast and with the foundation of William Butler, like I said, I don't understand police officers. Really, the only time I ever have police is if I have to interact or I happen to get pulled over, but I never get a ticket because, again, it's usually simple things that could fix. Like I got pulled over for my underglow because I was running reds, you know, just cruising through town at midnight because I was waiting on my goddaughter to get done at a swimming pool party, you know.
Yeah.
And all I do is just hit a button, change the color. Okay, I understand. You're right. And when he wanted to go, do you know the rule? I was like, yeah, I know the rule. I was like, but I'm used to being at home and the cops understand it. We know he's not doing nothing wrong. We know he's not there. So guess what? That's going to free them up for the real stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not doing dumb shit, it frees them up to handle the real crap.
I think my tune just came in.
Oh, your food? Sushi. Sushi.
I don't have my chopsticks though.
No, we'll probably eat this evening. Me and her probably go out to eat this evening.
Yeah.
Probably
she must have went to the store because
oh, he's gonna be eating good. But what made you go to so I understood with your cousin and him being a police officer and the shooting involved everything. Again, if everybody wants to go listen to Rico's story, it's really good, powerful. Please go listen to William's wife's story. Again, I'm sorry if I don't remember names. I do remember the story, and
Mhm.
I just couldn't imagine Alicia and my wife and my family having to deal. Dude, I'd be so damn pissed, dude. And this is coming from somebody that potentially is going to save your butt. Because guess what's going to happen when the police officer ultimately shoots your ass for doing dumb shit?
Mhm.
Behind every badge is a story, and behind every story is a sacrifice. This is the 8158 podcast, where we honor the lives and legacies of first responders and their families. If our mission speaks to your heart, if these stories move you like they move us, join us on Patreon. For just $5 a month, you'll get ad-free listening, exclusive merchandise, behind-the-scenes content, and video episodes only available to our patrons. This isn't just a podcast, it's a movement, and you can be a part of it. Support us at patreon.com/8158podcast. Let's continue to share the stories that deserve to be heard.
Thank you for joining us on 8158 Stories of Sacrifice. Every story we share is a tribute to the courage and resilience of first responders and their families. If this episode impacted, encouraged, or inspired you, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with someone who supports first responders. Follow us on all social media platforms at 8158 Podcast for updates. 8158 Stories of Sacrifice is a team effort. Rico brings the stories to life through casting, writing, original music, and editing. Brianne Shipley as production manager, handling booking, social media, graphics, promotion, marketing, website management, and logo design. Please visit our website at 8158podcast.com. For questions, collaborations, or to share your story, our email address is contactus@8158podcast.com. Until next time, let's continue to honor the legacies and remember the sacrifices of those who serve, every brave man and woman on the front lines, protecting and defending us all. This is Rico signing off and honoring 8158.